this one is always an interesting one. So I just want you to picture two people, 200-pound men. One is 10% body fat. One is 50% body fat. Why would they need the same amount of protein? I think so much people over intake in protein because probably they're not getting results and they think, well, maybe it's just not enough protein. And I'll be honest, now I go beast gym. Sometimes you go in the bathroom and you can actually smell the uric acid. It has like an ammonia smell. That is usually a product of waste from people who overeat protein. And I smell that often, unfortunately. The most important thing to build muscle isn't carbs. It's not even protein. It really comes from you stimulating muscle in the gym. If you're in the gym and you're training effectively, that's one of the biggest components that can help you put on muscle. I've talked about it before that you could be on a subpar diet, but if you're training well, especially in that beginning phase, you can still put on muscle. So don't think you need just protein to build muscle. There's so many other factors when you're thinking of building muscle, even if you're thinking of your nutrients. I appreciate when you guys want to come up to me and tell me how much you like the podcast, but please, before you come up to me, leave a comment on the page. This is what really helps grow the channel. It helps tell the algorithm gods that, hey, this might be something popular, and it helps to tell it to other people to come watch the video. I would always say, if you're focusing on your omega-3s, because if you're training in the gym, that's an acute inflammatory response. We need that inflammation as part of the healing process. But if you're not getting enough anti-inflammatories, it's going to delay your recovery, which will then delay your results. Whenever you're thinking about strength or hypertrophy, it is simply you damaging the muscle and then you being able to recover. Your body understands what it's doing and has to adapt to it. And then that's where that strength gains, that's where those muscle gains come from. Another thing I would focus more on as well is your vitamin D3. That's, again, another power anti-inflammatory. It helps a lot with boosting your natural testosterone. It helps a lot with the absorption of calcium. I would always recommend pairing it with K2 to make sure the calcium goes into the bone, which, again, if you're doing a lot of resistance training, a lot of heavy load lifting, you want to make sure your bones are strong. And then just think of your general recovery. How's your water? How's your sleep? All the other aspects? You would notice you don't need to focus as much on protein if you're taking that holistic approach. Once you're doing things effective, in my opinion, you shouldn't need as much of something for you to get the same results or hopefully even better. Now, who needs 1 gram of protein? I would always say that 1 gram of protein is not your body weight. You're thinking of your lean body weight. And that really, in my opinion, that will go to like a bodybuilder. That will go to an athlete. If you're a serious gym enthusiast, that might apply to you as well. But in general, what I would do for most of my lifestyle clients, and I'm just talking about the average person, we just really focus on having a balanced meal. So usually I would just want, if they're a female client, on average, they might get about 75 grams of direct protein. If they're a male, I might bump it up a little bit more, again, depending on their experience, their activity level. So that might get a little bit closer to 100 grams. But I don't need to just focus on protein because we're thinking of the whole lifestyle. So we're doing so many different things, even just thinking of their hormones to boost those muscle growing hormones, that we don't have to put so much energy into their protein, especially because we're always looking for that higher quality of food, which means your body be able to absorb it better. So protein is a factor, but don't think you just starting out in the gym need to try and consume 1 pound of protein of your body weight. I would just say, learn what a balanced meal is, go from there. And even if you are a top athlete bodybuilder, focus more on that 1 gram for your lean body weight. Oh, hey, you guys are still here. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. Please watch some of the other videos on the page and subscribe.